Actually, here's a good question for you. So I did recently saw about the whole NaNoWriMo thing, where they were kind of like, I don't know if they endorsed using AI, but they basically said that they're fine with it.
Yeah, I did see that.
What are your thoughts on all that?
I'm a little disappointed that that was their stance on it. Am I like up in arms, ready to take a torch to NaNoWriMo headquarters? No. But I am a little disappointed in their decision because it's obviously been a hot topic throughout the writing and, well, all creative sphere for, ever since the first iteration of ChatGPT or even like a Midjourney came out all those years ago. And I just wish they had a stronger stance on endorsing human artists, because that's I think that's the heart of it for me. By using AI, whether it's to write a paragraph or to generate a cover image, you're taking that away from a human who could have done that. And I think for me too, it's like I would feel kind of cheated if I just wrote a book entirely of AI, or even if I used AI to like write a couple paragraphs that I was stuck on. Because for me, I would go back and I'd look at the paragraph and I'd be like, I didn't write this. This was scraped from the internet somewhere. So yeah, I guess my stance on the NaNoWriMo thing is disappointment. I wasn't a huge NaNoWriMo participant. I kind of just write when I feel like it. So I've participated a couple times over the years. So I don't know if I'll participate again. Maybe not necessarily because of that decision, but if I were thinking of doing it this year, their decision on AI would give me pause to actually, go through their website and log my word count through them. Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Is the word for it.
I think, AI is just like anything, where if it can be used as a tool correctly, and I'll explain what I mean here.
Yeah.
Then it's not a problem. And what I mean is, so for instance, one of the things I've been doing is I have a commute to work.
Yes.
So have been doing a lot of I turn on this app that I have that records me, and I just talk notes. I just say things I'm thinking, ideas, all that stuff, and it transcribes it and sends it in an email to me.
That's great. That I think is a great use of AI. Absolutely.
Right. It doesn't create anything. It doesn't do it. Literally just helps me take notes while I'm driving, essentially.
Totally. Yeah.
I've been experimenting a little with ChatGPT in this context, creating a custom GPT that the rules of it are that it's not allowed to create anything. It's not allowed to suggest anything, have any ideas or anything.
Yeah.
But what it can do is basically help me reference things. So like I give it information about the story, and then I'm like, what color are this character's eyes?
Like, okay.
So it's just basically like a reference guide.
Yeah.
So that it's easier for me to pull information out. But it's not creating anything.
Yeah. See, that's where I draw the line too. If it's not creating something, I'm okay with it, because I think there are good uses of other kinds of AI. Like you mentioned your commute to work and saying notes. I mean, there's other things that people do in their jobs that are very manual and very difficult. Automating maybe things like data entry. I know we're getting way off topic from writing here, but stuff like that I think is an admirable use of AI. I guess my stance on AI is when it starts, well, I think it's already started, costing creatives jobs is when I start to put my foot down. I'm like, all right, nope, I am totally against this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'll admit, when I first heard about Midjourney years ago, I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. But then, things came out about AI in general, how it's scraping from works across the internet. And I'm like, I can't justify using this. But yeah, AI is great in other contexts. I think your quote says it best. It's not creating something, then that's okay with me.
Yeah, and I think that's, because the other thing, like you were saying about it, if you wrote something with AI, you'd look back and be like, well, I didn't write this.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, if you want to be a writer, why, like, if you just want to generate books with AI, then, like, that's not being a writer. That's just, so I don't understand why you'd want to be like, I want to be a writer and then just generate it with AI all the time.
Right. And it's not like writing books is a get-rich-quick scheme here. It's not going to help you make much money, that's for sure.
Right.
So I don't know. That's a good point, too. I've thought about that. I was like, you say you want to write books, but then you have a program do it for you? That makes no sense to me, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, too, At the end of the day, I'm kind of like teach their own. Like if people are going to do it,
Yeah, they're
whatever.
gonna
I
do
mean,
it.
but what I will say is I don't think we will ever get like a Lord of the Rings or a Harry Potter or like one of those big ones. We're
Mhm.
never going to get that from AI.
No,
Like that's got to
no.
come from a human.
No, I don't think so either. I know some people may think the opposite, like, no, if we keep letting AI scrape things, it's going to eventually get there. I don't think so. I'm actually of the opinion of that AI is generated content's actually going to get worse and worse and worse because it'll keep scraping the same content. And then eventually, when everything is AI, it's going to start scraping AI. So it'll be AI scraping AI, which will make even worse AI. And then it's just going to be a mess. That's what I think is going to happen in the maybe not too distant future.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to Amber Toro.
Amber, yes, I know Amber.
I talked to her a few months ago,
Yeah.
and she works in some AI. She
Yeah.
does some tech field.
Yeah.
And she said that basically that of AI right now is generating things based off of what humans have already created. So she was like, eventually, if we aren't putting new stuff into the system, then it's not gonna innovate
Right.
ever.
It's gonna stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people who use a lot of AI, and if AI becomes the norm at like if the if companies start eliminating creative jobs, they're gonna start seeing their own content being scraped by AI that was already written by AI. And they're gonna wonder why their conversions
Gonna
are
be a
down.
big old loop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's how I always like asking people, and
Yeah.
I get all sorts of comments, and people are up in arms about it, and I'm like, I just find it interesting to see where people are and stuff.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to vilify someone for using it. I'll never call someone out on the internet for saying so, for saying that they use it, whatever. I'm not gonna do that. But I know in my personal life, my writing life, I'm never gonna use AI to write a book, never gonna use AI to make a cover, anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's my stance on it, and that's what I'll keep doing.